Good evening and welcome back to the Metro Detroit Poker Series for our 2023 Octoberfest Challenge. I am your host, Terry Prince, and with me today is multiple-time champion and Tournament of Champions winner, Brian Stoltz.
Hi guys, how are you?
We've got 49 players in this one. Top 8 make the money for a almost $2,700 prize pool. This is our standard freeze-out structure in the third event of the 23-24 season. Here's our final table, our player seating for this event. In seat number 1, we have Corey McCumsey making a regular appearance here. In seat number 2 is Mark Olson, also starting to become a regular. Seat number 3, our paper products supplier Ken Moore.
There's Ken.
In seat number 4, Eric Steinman, typically shows up once or twice a year.
Is Ken at every final table?
He's been a lot lately. Seat number 5, Jim Angus, no relation to the beef. And seat number 6, Alex Katowski, sorry. And seat number 7, Bob Williamson. Seat number 8, Joe Zajac. Seat number 9, Mike Hines. And rounding out the final table in seat number 10, Nick Lewandowski. Here's our chip stacks to start the final table. Alex out in front with 71,000. Bob not too far behind. Joe right there too. Ken down at the bottom has a lot of work to do.
But he's got a chip in a chair.
Eric and Corey just slightly ahead of him. Double ups are in their future or they might be out. As usual, we start out with hand number 1. This is the first hand of the final table. Eric didn't show his cards to the camera. Actually, he might have went to the bathroom or something. All right, Bob looks down at ace-5 offsuit. Late position, he might play those. Nope, decides to throw them away. Joe, ace-7, however.
Easing into the final table here.
And Joe makes the call. Our blinds are at 500, 1,000, with a 1,000 chip ante.
Corey gets out of there.
Mark looks down at Doyle Brunson, 10 deuce of diamonds.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah, he's in the small blind, so it's just a half price call. And Ken with 8 deuce makes the check. We're going to see a flop. 7, 8, queen, all clubs.
All clubs. No clubs. No one has it. No.
Yeah, nobody's got a club.
Does Ken have a 2 of clubs?
Ken, yeah, he's got a pair of 8s though.
Oh yeah.
Checks around to Joe. Little bet of 2,000. It's gonna take it down.
Ken's gone. Yep.
Yeah, he had a pair of 7s, so.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Yep. Got Ken off his pair of 8s.
1-1.
All right, second hand in now. Jim looks down at Dolly Parton, 9-5 offsuit. I can't imagine he's gonna play that from under the gun. Puts it in the muck. Snowman.
Yeah. Got pocket 8s.
Pocket 8s for Bob. And he's counting out raisin chips. Makes it
25.
2,500. Joe looks down at ace-5 of clubs.
And he's gonna make the call.
Comes along for the ride.
Corey's gone. Mark.
And Ken looks down at ace-queen of clubs. Shoves for 4,000. You figure he's going to get a couple of customers.
Yeah.
It's only 1,500 more for Joe and Bob to call. I can't imagine either one of them going to go away. Bob might be looking to squeeze here. He might raise trying to get
He's looking
Joe
at his
out.
chips.
He doesn't want Joe to come along behind him. Or worse, to try and squeeze him out. So there he goes, puts it in, raises it up to 17-5.
I can't imagine Joe's gonna like that.
He doesn't look like he's getting ready to give it up, that's for sure. Yep, there he goes. Chips in the middle.
He's expecting to hit that flop, I suppose.
So we got a bigger side pot here. 27,000 in the side, 14,000 in the main. Joe makes the call with his ace 5 of clubs. And that is exactly what Bob did not want to see. And he's still trying to count out his chips to make them right.
We're going to take 4 out and match 10. Yes, you are. I want another 4 and another 4. No, we're not.
And I still can't figure it out.
Well, Ken's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Ken's just in wait and see mode now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But with his last few chips, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that if I were him.
He was short stacked to go in, so yeah, he just kind of wants his ace queen to hold up. All right, they got all the chips straightened out, and here we are going to see a flop.
There's one club. There's a couple clubs.
Oh, 3 clubs.
Oh, bingo.
Joe flopped the nuts.
And he's looking at his chips.
And he's got a backdoor straight flush draw, too. Go with it. Holy smokes. Bob's like, oh, my God, I can't believe I just ran into a flush. He knows it. Yep. Throws him away. He knows it. So Joe's going to take down the main pot.
And Ken's in bad shape.
Yep.
He's drawing dead probably, right?
Yep, he is drawing dead. He has no chance to win. So he sees the bad news now, and he's just like, I don't even want to show mine. But he does finally. He had a good hand to do it with. He just ran into the monster.
Why do I never flop a flush with my ace rag suited?
So Ken's going to be our first one out at the final table. Finishes in 10th place. The on deck bubble boy. So now we're down to the bubble. He said top 8 got paid on this one, so we're at final 9 now. Joe now looks down at Doyle Brunson, throws that away. Here we got an ace king for Mike. How much is he going to get in here? Blinds did go up, by the way. We're at 500 and 1,500 now with a 1,500 big blind ante. Just a slight increase in the blinds.
There's that 4.
Yep, makes it 4,000 to go.
Corey's out.
And another ace king for Mark now. So we're going to have Big Slick versus Big Slick here, I think.
Call or raise? She's going to call it?
Yeah. Wow, that's kind of surprising. Just makes the call. Eric folds his dime store.
That's the ante.
Queen 10 of hearts for Jim.
He likes it.
Yeah, he's already in the big blinds, so he gets in for a discount.
Yeah.
I think that's a decent call.
I do as well.
Suited one gapper. You see, Jim has the best odds to win it outright. Mike and Mark are in check in Chop City.
Got a straight draw now for Jim.
And Mark and Mike get top pair, top kicker. Jim checked it. Mike bets out 5K. Mark reaching for chips. He's got top.
Yep, I think there's going to be some action there.
Yep, shoves it all in for 16.5.
What does Jim do, though? That one to come for that draw.
I mean, it's an open ender too, so it's got to be thinking about it. But yeah, I think he's going to decide against it now.
Yeah.
One player to a hand, Jim. He doesn't want to get rid of him.
He wants to, but I don't think he can.
Yeah,
Not with one card to come.
Finally goes. Yeah, if he had the flush draw to go with it, that'd be a whole different argument.
Yeah.
So Mike makes the call, and they're going to find out they are chopping it up.
Yeah.
So
Nothing wrong with a chop.
6 of clubs comes on the river.
I don't know about you, but I'll always take a chop. I don't care whether I came from behind or if I got caught.
Yep. But Jim would not have gotten his straight draw, so he made a good fold.
So he's feeling good about that.
Quickly on to hand number 5 here. Joe looks down at Queen 6 offsuit. Got to be careful with Joe. He's a good player, but he'll play a big range,
Yeah.
and he's not afraid to call you down.
He's got 7s.
Nick, limps in with pocket 7s. Jack 10 suited for Eric. He's going to come along for the ride.
Yeah, something about Jack 10 suited.
I
I think a lot of people like that hand.
I think that's the aces killer.
Yeah. Wow. Speaking of aces, we got a
Ace
couple
7
aces.
of diamonds, and Bob's got ace 5 offsuit in the big blind. In the big blind. He can check, and he does.
A lot of action.
Queen 4 7, a couple of hearts. Nick
Ooh,
flops
lots of set.
middle set. Alex has middle pair with a ace kicker. He bets out 3,000 with that middle pair. Nick just makes the call. He's got a fish on the line.
He does.
Eric gets out of the way. We're down to heads up now. 4 diamonds doesn't help anybody. Actually gives Nick a full house. So.
Alex still going at it 5.
Yeah. Alex is drawing dead, and he bets out at it.
Think Nick's had enough of this now, or is he gonna still?
He's got a full house. I don't think he's going. I don't think he's
No, but
going.
he's just gonna call.
Yeah,
Oh no,
he does shove.
it wasn't much more.
Oh,
was it?
Alex calls. Wow, he's gonna see the bad news.
Wow.
Shit, I'm drawing dead.
Yeah.
How do the case 7? How do I run into that?
I don't know about that call. How much more was that? Maybe it just wasn't much. I didn't catch how much it was, but
Yeah, Nick didn't have a big stack there. That's for so. I didn't catch how much it was either. But
well, whatever stack was, it's double now.
right.
Corey's got Jack 8.
Yeah, he ain't playing that.
No.
Pocket 5 for Mark.
Pocket 5s.
He's got Terry's hand. Limps in with it.
Just gonna limp. Bob's got King 10.
On the button even he folds.
Yeah, yeah. That's interesting.
Maybe he knew Joe was coming along with his ace 3 of hearts.
He's got a lot of chips too.
Joe flops top and bottom pair. Wow.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. Exactly. Ace 8-3 rainbow.
Mike's
Two
got
pair.
Mike's got a little piece too.
2 fair for Joe. Mike's got bottom pair. Mark's pocket 5 shriveled up like crazy.
So what's Joe do here?
Joe bets out 10,000.
Really,
That's a
really
big bet.
not much of a threat on that board at all.
No, it's only 6,000 in the pot. He overbets the pot.
Playing a little reverse psychology maybe on him.
You gotta figure Mark's going away with his 5s. He's gotta figure there ain't no.
Yeah, that ace out there.
Exactly. But
Forget about 2 pair of the aces out there.
I think
Enough to scare him.
I think
Yeah,
Joe
that was a little too
overbet
much.
that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
But-
He could have had fish on the line for that one if he
Yeah,
wanted.
but he's dragging chips.
Yeah, didn't let Mark draw to his 2-outer.
Alex gonna get away from that. Ooh, Bob's got 8s.
Eights
Didn't he just
again.
have 8s? Yeah.
Pocket 8s again for Bob.
And he's just gonna call. He's gonna limp.
Limps in. He's
What is-
like, I don't think he meant to limp in. I think he meant to raise, and he only threw out. He threw out a yellow chip instead of a blue chip. I think that's what happened.
Yeah,
there.
I've done that once or twice myself.
And Joe,
You
of
think-
course, comes along with ace 6 of spades.
Yeah. Got ace 9, king 3. Eric's not gonna play that, I don't think.
And Jim's got dime store again. Checks his option.
Why not? It's free.
There's our flop. Ace 10-4. Of course, Joe spikes an ace.
Yes, he does.
But Nick's got a better
Jim's
ace.
got middle pair, yeah. Jim's got middle pair.
Yeah, Bob's sucking wind now.
Poor Bob and his eights.
That's the second time his eights sucked wind. He got away from him the first time.
Yeah, he's
And
going
he
to do
gets
it
away
again.
from him now. I mean, it's pretty easy when there's an ace out there.
Yeah, and a 10.
I'm not so afraid of the 10. Obviously, he was losing to Jim's pair 10s, but that ace is certainly scary.
But it was a limped pot, too.
Yep, so now
anything.
board pairs with a 4. Now that turns this into a very choppy situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see the percentages there.
Nick's 9 doesn't play at the moment.
Yeah. Jim's still alive.
He checked it down. Nick bet the 5,000. He actually folds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
The
he
ace is out
should,
there, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
should. It's a good fold.
But you're surprised?
Well, maybe. Joe calls the 5K.
All right.
Only a 9 or
9
6
or 6,
matters.
yeah. Another
That's
ace.
another ace. So we're definitely chopping this up unless somebody makes
But they don't know that yet.
an interesting bet. But
Yeah. I can't imagine either one of them. Neither knows.
well, no, they both got a full house.
Yeah.
So who's going anywhere? Ace is full of 4s for both players. Nick bets out 12,000. Joe's like, I call, and they're gonna chop it up again. So that's our second chopped pot in 12 hands.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Just pull your bet back.
You can go a whole tournament without seeing a chopped pot, and here we've seen 2 of them in a dozen hands at the final table.
Bob's got Jackson 5.
Motown for Bob.
Yeah.
Can't imagine he's playing that, even though they are suited. End of the muck.
What's Joe got? Joe feeling frisky?
No, not that frisky.
Ooh.
Corey finally found a hand. King, Queen of Hearts. He hasn't played a hand yet today, so
keeps
he's
all
getting
in.
it all in for 11,000. I think he wanted to raise, but he just didn't have enough chips to defend with a raise, so
There's
just
Jim.
shoved it.
Jim's got the same hand. Not suited, though.
Dude, are we going to see another chop? We're going to see 3 chops
Yeah.
in 13 hands?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a caller. He's going all in. What's he got? Less? Yeah.
All in for
9.
less, 9,000. Yeah.
Alex won't be taking any of that.
Alex got the Robbie.
The Robbie.
Yeah.
I think I heard that term last night. You have to explain that another time to me.
No, that was mine. That was mine.
Yeah, that's a relatively new slang for Jack 4. And
Is that a third heart?
it
sure
is a third heart.
Wow.
Corey takes it down, avoids the chop,
And
Jim's
not
disgusted.
happy.
Jim Angus, not related to the beef, our bubble boy. That's a rough way to go out. You figure you're chopping it up, and all of a sudden, nope.
Didn't
got
mean to laugh
flushed
at you,
out.
Jim, but I feel your pain. Nick's got pocket 4s.
Limps in for 1,500. Corey's got the gay waiter. Queen with a tray. Is that away? Took a second for you on
It
that
did
one,
take,
didn't it?
yeah, it sure did, yeah. So Eric's all in with his win. How much does he have there?
Queen 9, he's all in.
Wow, that's a little aggressive there, isn't it?
He's counting it out now.
Oh, no, I was looking over
Only
Nick's.
looks like
I was
about
looking.
5,000.
I was looking at Nick's stack there.
It only looks like about 5,000 for Eric. And Nick does make the call with his pocket fours, and we're off to the races here. Classic race situation,
Yeah.
51-48. Slight chance for a chop. 7-5 jack, ace, and 4 makes a set for Nick on the end. Not that he
And
needed it.
man down.
And Eric going out in 8th place finishes our first casher, $90 for his efforts.
Not bad. Get your money back.
Blinds up again now at 1,000, 2,000, 2,000. Corey looking down at King 3 offsuit,
He's not gonna play that.
getting rid of it.
Mark's gonna. He's looking at it. There he goes. Yeah, like 7-8 suited. Like clubs. I like that how almost everyone, when you're gonna do something, you're gonna raise. You look up at that monitor. I think I do the same thing, just to refresh your memory.
You got to remember what the blinds are. They just went up after all. And
Exactly.
Joe comes along
He's
with
got
Queen
clubs.
10 of clubs,
Yeah.
so he's got better clubs than Alex does.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Interesting hand.
not going to bode well for Alex. Most of his outs just went out the door.
Yeah, that's a large raise for 7-8 off. They're 7-8 suited there.
Yeah, suited connector.
Yeah.
9 of hearts, King of spades,
Slow rolling that.
Jack of spades.
Ooh.
Joe flops a straight draw,
Open ended, yeah.
and Alex has a gutter
No,
ball.
Joe's got a straight 9-10 Jack Queen King.
You're right.
Yeah, I missed that. I thought the
Absolutely,
same
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And Alex has a gutter ball straight draw, but he's drawing
That he
dead.
hopes he doesn't hit.
He needs a runner for a chop.
Check.
And 6 of hearts is not going to give him that runner. So
But it might give him some ambition.
he's drawing dead. Yeah, he's drawing dead. He's got a straight draw, and he's drawing dead.
Let's see Joe here. Joe's gonna smooth call this.
Certainly looks like it.
Let's count.
Oh, he's starting to count out more now. So he's looking now raise.
Well, he does have to watch out for some flush draws there, so you might want to just take this down.
Raises it up to 20,000.
Alex, is he really?
I think Alex has to get away from this.
He doesn't know how bad a shape he's in.
No, I mean, but he's only got a gut shot anyway.
No, he's got open.
Oh, it's open there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously.
But
he's
still,
drawing dead.
one card to come. I mean,
We're drawing dead.
and the worst thing can happen is he hits it.
Yeah, that is absolutely the worst, because you know all the chips are going in the middle.
Yeah. Oh
He
my.
does make the call.
I know.
Oof. We don't want to see.
Well,
a
for
5
his
or a
sake,
10
yeah,
here.
for his sake, I don't want to see him hit that.
Do not want to see a 5 or a 10 here. And here's the money card. It's a 4. Oh, close. A heart, though. It's going to be
I don't
interesting
know.
for Joe.
Yeah, you think he is he? Oh, he did.
Alex.
He's
shove.
trying. There's a heart.
Yep. He's trying the big
Joe's
bluff.
shaking his head. How much is it?
He's trying the big bluff.
I don't know that you can bluff Joe off this. Oh, he call it. He called.
Joe made the call
Yeah.
and snuffed out the bluff. And Alex going down.
I think he got just a little too full of himself on there.
You got to remember the player you're up against.
Yeah.
Alex goes out in 7th for $154.
Yeah, but he was on a flyer right from the beginning. Raising up pretty large for 7-8 suited, and just kept on going with it.
Well, I mean, he did. He had some draws, of course, but his flush draw was no good. As we know, as he found out at the end. But when you go up against a flop straight, you're kind of messed up.
No, yeah, there's no two ways around that.
There's no chance.
Joe, ace queen now.
Well, he finally came up with a real hand.
That's how he does for that. He's just calling.
Yeah, Joe's like I said, he'll play a a wide range of hands, and so far he's been pretty adept at hitting them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to call that luck or what, but
Well,
when you flop the nuts twice,
I guess there's a fine line between lucky and crafty.
he flopped the nuts with his ace 5 of
You
clubs.
just got to be able to when you miss them, you got to be able to get away from them.
True,
without too much harm.
We haven't seen him miss yet, so.
Right. What do we got here? All in ace sixes. So fast.
Mark went all in with the ace 6 of clubs and didn't get anything.
No.
He needed the ocean card. He had 2 clubs. Joe takes out another player.
Yeah, Joe's a killer.
Mark, or 6th
I think
place
that's
finisher,
Joe's new nickname is Killer.
$179. Yeah, Joe's just quietly building up a big stack.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, King 10 of offsuit.
He folded that earlier.
We're 5-handed now, so
Yeah.
it got a
There
lot
you go.
stronger.
Yeah, he's got his cards protected. He's ready to do something.
Got a lot stronger 5-handed.
He raises to 4.
Oh,
Min raise.
Joe's got suited cards again, and he folds them.
Mm.
Interesting.
Gonna be penalized.
I figured he'd have played those
Corey, is he gonna
5,
take
6
a shot
odds.
with this? He might. He's already in for 2, right? Yes, just 2 more.
Players did move around a little bit if you're trying to figure out how come Corey's in seat 3 now. They condensed up on the table just to make life easier.
Wow, Corey flops 2 pair.
Bob's got none of that, and now a 3rd diamond out. So is somebody going to bluff at it?
Corey's still checking out. He's going to let Bob do the work for him. And he does.
Not a bad strategy. Bob throws out 5K feeler bet. 1/3 pot. It's enough to get the answer that you're looking for.
Gonna check raise him? Yeah, he looks like he's cutting out some chips there. And Bob will be out pretty quick, I think. Bob's cards might beat the chips into the pot.
Corey raises it up to 12,000. Bob double checks to make sure he doesn't have a diamond, and then the muck they go.
Right. Hate when that happens.
That was a feeler bet. He got the information he needed.
Mm-hmm.
Threw him away. Joe under the gun with 7-6 offsuit.
He's thinking about it.
Throws them away. Dime store for Mike. Throws those away. Corey ace 9. In the small blind. Figure he's probably going to raise, but how much? He raises all of it. Uh-oh. Pocket kings for Bob, and that's an insta call. Bob is at risk with the shorter stack. Oh, an ace right in the window.
Oh, wow.
Oh! Wow. What a roller coaster that was. Bob's going to double up with that king, but he had to fade that ace in the window.
I think it's 21. No, you just grabbed 4,000. That was my answer. Yeah, but you just grabbed 4,000. I thought that was...
That happens a lot.
Yeah, to put a pretty big dent in Corey's stack there.
Joe
wakes up with ace queen.
Offsuit. Joe certainly looks like the
Just gonna
leader at
limp.
the final table.
See that, Joe? I think he zigs when you think he's gonna zag, and just limping with his ace queen.
Nick calls king 4 hearts. Corey gonna check his option with 6 deuce of diamonds. After the flop we go. Corey flops 2 pair, and Nick has a flush.
And Joe let him in.
And Joe has a flush draw that isn't any good.
Yeah.
So Nick basically just min bets almost. Bets 4,000. Corey insta shoves. Joe does fold his draw. Nick's gonna make the big call there, and wow. Another heart. Corey's like, 2 pair, what am I gonna do? And out he goes. So Corey out in 5th for $170. And Nick
Oh, he's got pocket queens.
looks down at the ladies. Or Siegfried and Roy, depending on how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Pair of queens.
Raise it up to 6. Joe's got pocket 6s. He's gonna like those.
Makes the call. And we're going to be heads up to the flop. Queens against 6s. Is Joe going to hit a 2-outer?
Ooh, nope. The
No,
queen.
but Nick did. Picks up a set of queens.
That should slow Joe down here.
Joe checked, and Nick's going to bet out 6,000.
6s shrink up with that board.
Yeah,
Joe, what are you doing?
I'm not sure how to bet there.
No, I don't think. I think I limp like he's gonna call. Or more. He's got the chips to do it with.
I'm sure he does, but
You know.
and I'm a little
He also doesn't know he's up against.
no, but I'm a little surprised. He's basically got bottom pair.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he does make the call. Maybe he's deciding he's going to do a little bit of set mining too, but it wouldn't be any good if he did. A deuce
Board
gives
pairs,
a full house to Nick now.
And that doesn't bother Joe at all.
No, if right, not at all. If
But he doesn't know he's up
his
against
hand was
that.
good
Yeah.
before, it's still good.
I gotta imagine this'll scare him away. What's he got there?
That's
12,
12,000.
yeah. Wow.
Joe is not afraid of that ace.
You know, of course, he doesn't know what Nick has, but I don't think you can call that. You gotta
He certainly
raise.
does call. Oh no!
Oh,
He hits a 6.
Joe,
Oh, my
you think
God.
you're in such good shape right now?
Oh my God! You.
Wow.
Wow.
They're all gonna get in there, don't
Did
they?
he
Have
know
to.
what was coming?
Don't all these? And he's got a lot of chips too. They've got to get them all in, don't they?
Nick bets out 30,000. Joe checks his full house that is no good, but he's got to think he's golden.
He's got to come over the top. Oh, he just calls. Good
He
for
just
him.
makes the call. Wow, pretty disciplined to not get it all in there, but
Yeah, he saved himself a few chips there.
wow.
He saved
113,000 chip pot going to go Nick's way.
Wow. Well, Joe's still pretty healthy at 68.
Yeah, but
But
Nick
he
is
took a
way out
big
in
hit
front.
there. Yeah.
Nick is way
Well,
out in front
113,
now.
yeah.
159,000.
Just flips 1 and 2, positions 1 and 2 there.
Mike and Bob
Still okay.
need to get some work done.
Yeah.
Wow, Joe let himself get caught up, to catch up there. He was in bad shape the whole
Yeah.
way.
That's the way it works sometimes. You're the worst thing that can happen to you is to hit what you're chasing.
Right, and that was it right there. But I can't believe he came all the way along. Wasn't afraid of the ace or the queen, and then like you said, ended up making his hand, but it was horrible. But Corey has come back to deal now, so we've got a dealer. Figured why him and Nick swapped seats. Threw me off for a second. But yeah, he's dealing now.
You let him have a rebuy at the end there? Is that what you thought?
Yeah. It's like, how does he get back in the game?
10 jack queen. Got a draw. Joe's got to open it a straight draw. Bob's second pair, and Nick's got his 7s. Joe likes his draw.
He's gonna bet out 5,000. Well, everybody check to him, so Nick gets rid of the 7s.
Yeah.
Bob calls.
Nothing.
4 spades didn't help nobody.
I gave Joe a pair.
And 5 of clubs. Bob is still out in front with his 10s. Bets out 10,000. Joe gonna fold his 4s.
Has to. Has to.
Oh, he's thinking.
They just fours, Joe.
Bottom pair, Joe. He makes the call.
He does. Not going to be happy.
Bob flips over his tens and is going to rake this one in. Gets a much needed shot of relief in his stack.
I feel like Joe might be on tilt a little bit here.
Our blinds are up. They went up last hand actually. 1,000, 3,000, 3,000 now. Speaking of fours, now Nick's got a pair of them.
Ooh, Bob's got the king, queen of hearts. That was Corey's hand earlier when he flopped the flush, wasn't it?
He raises the 10,000. Yeah, I believe it was.
Nick's got calling chips.
Corey doubled up with that king, queen of hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Nick calls with his fours, and we have another classic race, 50-50.
Oh,
King right in the window. Now Bob takes a commanding lead.
It should be pretty easy for Nick to get away from those fours. Oh, he bets it, though.
Bob checked him in. So,
Oh, and then it comes over the top.
yeah. Did the check raise on Nick? Gotta figure Nick's gonna fold these easily. And he does.
Well, Bob earned himself another extra free 10 there. And he's got a smile to show for it.
Yeah. You gotta know the player, and you gotta try to get paid a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He hit top pair. Now look, Nick looks down at ace jack of hearts. A monster four-handed.
Mm-hmm.
What's he gonna call out? Raises it up to 10,000.
Bob's hearts are no good. Joe's got ace 5. He's going to like that. Is he going to go over the top?
No, he calls 9K from the small blind. And Mike folds Dolly Parton 9-5.
Let's see if Joe can bring some of his magic back.
Ace
There's
in the
the
window and another ace. Or no,
No.
sorry, a 3.
One
Ace,
diamond,
three,
one
queen,
heart.
Yep, each got backdoor flush draws.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Nick bets out. Joe shoves all in, and Nick insta calls, and Joe's in bad shape.
So Joe needs a couple runners or a 5.
Yeah, 5 would do it. Runner diamonds, runner straight cards.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
6 of hearts.
No.
Now
Drawing to a 5.
Only a 5. Yep, 5 and only a 5. And not a heart 5 at that.
And it's a king.
King of clubs. Nick's going to take it down, and Joe
Good job, Joe.
goes out in fourth. $382.
Not bad.
That pot.
Joe doesn't want to leave, though.
That pot with his 6s.
Yeah,
that hurt him bad.
Yeah. He fell in love with those.
And when he got there, he couldn't go anywhere.
Right.
But like you said, I'm surprised that the chips didn't get all in on that hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he was fortunate to save what he did.
Boat over boat, set over set, same difference. Somebody usually goes broke.
Yep. Yeah, your Nick's got ace queen again. Got them all in.
Mike, 9-3 of spades. Interesting.
50,000 in the pot. There's a queen.
Queen right in the window.
Oh!
Another one behind the door.
I think Mike's in bad shape here.
Yeah, he's got runner flush. That's all he can do.
2 more spades, right?
4 clubs ain't gonna do it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's gonna spell the end for Mike.
Man down.
Nick hits trips.
I would consider an even chop.
Takes out Mike in third, $340. Here we are now, heads up between Bob and Nick. 46 hands into the final table. We're still at 1-3-3 blinds. Nick with queen 9 faces a raise from Bob, makes the call with Bob's 9-7.
Mm-hmm. All bets are off when you get
hearts. Jack of clubs, 8 of diamonds, 3 of hearts. Doesn't help anybody. Bob's got a
gut
back
shot.
to a flush draw
Gut
and
shot
a gut
straight
shot.
draw. Yeah, for Nick's got a gut shot straight.
So does Bob.
They both do.
The 10 is a bad card for Bob. He'll have the low end of it. Queen now puts Nick way out in front,
Takes it, yeah.
but gives Bob a heart draw. They
We'll
check
check
it
it.
down. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
6 of spades is a blank.
Nick's gonna take
Yeah, Nick
a little
takes
value there.
Shot at it, 17,000. Can't imagine Bob's going to call. He's got nothing.
No,
Busted
no,
straight
can't.
draw. There it goes.
Nice little pot. 48,000.
Had a bunch of back and forth. Now we're at hand 54.
Couple of rag hands here. But your heads up. Everything looks like it's playable for a limp there.
9-4 versus 6-4. They share a common card again. Last hand we saw it was 9s, and this time it's 4s.
9-7-7.
And Nick flops top pair.
Check, check.
No, Bob hits a pair. Uh-oh.
Crying call from Bob.
6K. 10 of diamonds is a blank. So they've each got a pair, and yep, little bets, little bets.
Yeah.
Nick's going to take it down. Bob throws it away.
And 56. Nick's got king 10. Solid for heads up.
Yeah, they just
5-6.
limps in.
Yeah.
Limp and check. King 5-4. They each got a piece.
Yeah. Bob's got the worst of it here.
Nick bets out 8,000. Bob makes the call. His middle pair. Got top pair versus middle pair here.
Another good fold.
2 gives Bob a gut shot.
Yep,
draw.
gut picks up a gut shot, but Nick's still in great shape here.
But Nick bets out 16,000 and Bob lets it go
Yeah.
wisely.
Nick's got ace-2 of spades. Bob's got a couple of rags.
62 hands in now to the final table. So this heads up battle's gone almost 20 hands now. That's quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ace 3-9.
Nick spikes his ace.
Bob's got bottom pair. Nick's got top pair.
It's kind of been a theme here
It has.
lately.
They've each been hitting their pairs. Just Bob's always been on the low end of it.
Hey, Bob's gonna get away from that.
Easy peasy.
Oh, a couple of decent hands for heads up here.
Ace, Jack, King 6.
Bob limps.
Blinds are at 2-4-4 now. We did have an increase in the blinds. Limp pot. And all 4s.
Wow. Well, Bob's got to love that.
4-4-4 rainbow.
They both got to think they're in decent shape there. Ace high, king high with that board.
Yep. They're all thinking, where's that 4 card? Where's that 4 in my hand now? When I
Yeah.
checks the deuce on the river, on the turn, 10 of diamonds on the river. They check it down. Bob's going to take it with his ace high.
Yeah. All those little pots add up, though. 26 here, 33 there.
Well, he had to let a lot go because he kept getting those middle and bottom pairs. And they kept getting top pair.
Yeah.
Hand 69 now. They're still fighting it out. About 25 hands now. Heads
Bob
up.
raises to 10 and gets the call.
Ace 8 King 6. Bob in good shape with the ace high. And a king right in the window. Actually.
And he's got middle pair again.
Yeah, and Nick hit top and bottom pair.
Yeah,
11K bet out for Bob. This could be bad.
I think Nick's just gonna call this.
He's pair of 8s and a backdoor flush draw. Nick's got a 3-1 lead on this hand. Nick's thinking. He asked for a count of Bob's chips. Looks like it. Looks like Bob's got about 40,000 behind. And Nick does go all in.
Bob's looking at all the information available to him here. Yeah, I think I just call that.
With middle
If I'm
pair?
Nick. No, if I'm a Nick instead of going
Nick.
all in. Yeah.
That's another situation where you might have a fish on the line. Of course,
Or a little raise.
we know seeing the results, but I mean, you still got top and bottom pair. 2 pairs, huge heads up.
Yeah.
Bob's really in the blender.
Yeah, I think he's suffering a little bit because he's had to fold so many second pairs. He's like, when am I going to take a stand with one of these?
He does let it go. Bob's going to watch this video and say, that's a good choice.
Good fold, yeah. King Queen 6-2.
Well, 6-2 is live anyway.
Yeah. Heads up's a different ball game. That's
Might
for
be
sure.
garbage, but it's live.
Nick limps. Of course, Bob's going to come along with his 6-2.
2-1 here. Yeah, Bob flops a gut shot.
Couple of diamonds.
Uh-oh.
Now Nick's got a queen.
Yeah, Nick's got the better diamond.
Yeah.
Bob's in bad shape if he hits another diamond.
Needs a 5.
He needs a 5.
Needs a 5 that's not a diamond. Oh no, they give him a straight 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they give him a straight flush.
Oh, yeah, a 5 of diamonds
Yeah,
would
yeah.
give him a straight flush, so he doesn't care if it is a diamond. Instead, it's black 4. Pairs the board. They check it down. King high is going to win this one.
Yeah, Bob didn't stand a chance there.
7-5 versus 7-4 of hearts. Hand 78. We're now 30 plus hands into this heads up battle. They have really battled it out here. Heads up. 6, deuce, ace.
Nobody gets any of that. Check, check.
King of diamonds basically eliminates the draws.
Yeah.
5, Bob. Spikes a pair.
Nick's gonna bet out at it, and he's gonna call.
Yeah, Bob makes the call and finally wins a pot with one of those low paired hands.
Again, another 36,000.
Now you can see him, he's building a little wall of chips there.
Yeah.
Nick's still got a huge lead, but
10-7, Queen 8.
hands into the final table. Are we going to reach 40 hands heads up?
Is that a lot? What's kind of average for heads up?
Heads up, like 3. I
Yeah. Well, I like this though. There's play. It's not just an all-in fest.
mean, nope, for sure.
6-0, we got straight. Bob
Bob's
flushed
just
it straight.
Yeah, Bob's really trying to fight it out. That's
Nick's got middle pair.
yeah, wow. Bob's seeing double up in his future here.
Nick bets out at it.
Uh-oh. Now Bob's trying to hope he avoids the chop.
Yeah.
7th.
Or
Bob's like
Or 10 jack.
Bob's like, shit, I didn't need that card. I already have it.
Yeah, yeah. So Nick bets out 15. After Bob checks it.
Yeah, now he's wondering, did he have 10 jack?
Yeah.
So, but no, he comes on all over the top now. Shoves, he's like, well, if he's got it, he's got it.
Yeah, now Nick's got to get away from that. His little eights don't mean much.
Yeah, pair of eights. He does fold it.
There we go.
King deuce of diamonds for Bob. Jack 8 offsuit for Nick. Bob's starting to accumulate some chips. He's got a little stack of blues there now.
Little min raise and Nick calls.
60-40 proposition here. 5-5 ace.
Doesn't hit anybody. No. Goes check, check.
9 of clubs.
Another club. Nothing. Who wants to take it down?
Yep, this is another high card. They check it down. Bob's going to take another little pot.
86.
I think we're now about 40 hands into the heads-up battle. Yeah, this is nuts how long this has gone. This might be a record.
This is the point when you're ready to go to bed.
Oh, for sure. We've probably passed the get the hell out of my basement stage.
Right. Queen 8-2. Nothing. Nobody has any of that.
Another queen.
Seems like there's a little bet. I was about to say they weren't really taking some aggression there on boards where they don't hit. They were just check. You know, Bob finally took a run at just trying to take some chips down.
King 7 versus ace 5. Bob out in front. Raises up to 8,000.
Yeah. Those look like monsters heads up, especially after 40 some hands.
Nick makes the call.
Oh, there's the ace.
Oh, Bob flops a full house.
Oh, wow.
Checks it down, of course.
Now he's just hoping Nick catches something.
Well, now he hopes Nick didn't catch an ace.
That's a good point too.
Ace is up versus 5's
I don't think he's getting a dime out of Nick.
No. He's going to take a shot at it now only because he has to. And Nick's going to get away from it. Bob's like, damn it, I flopped a freaking monster and I don't get paid.
Yeah.
That's what happens heads up too.
That's the way it works sometimes.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, you only have one other guy that you only have 3-4 players hoping to catch something.
It's easy. He's got garbage because as we've seen, you play all kinds of garbage, and just because that's all you're getting, your heads up, they're live or what have you. So here we are, 91 hands now in the final table. I think we've played as many hands heads up as we've played.
Yeah.
With multiple players.
Another queen. Again, not much on that board. Bob's got 6s. He just checks that. They're happy to check it down.
We've had one final table before, I believe, approached 100 hands or got over 100 hands at the final table.
Wow.
But certainly none that have gone this long just heads up.
Yeah. I like it though. There's play, Sometimes you get heads up and the players are just all in.
Well,
I like
usually the way
flop.
it works. Yeah,
I like the post flop
that's
play.
what I said. When you ask the question, how long does it usually go? Is it like 3?
Yeah.
Because it typically does end up. When you get heads up, somebody's so far out in front.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Where it makes sense. You just go all in a couple times, and
Right.
after a few, you gotta take them out.
I think Bob's been trying to negotiate a chop for a while now. It just hasn't happened.
Well, his stack is growing slowly but surely. I don't know what the counts are right now, but Bob's got his ace, but unfortunately Nick's not got much to go with. He's got a gut shot straight draw.
And a little bitty
Little
tiny
diamond.
flush draw that is actually good.
You're right. I wouldn't feel very good about it though.
Nope, it didn't come. Bob's pair of aces are going to win it.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised Bob didn't take a shot there on the river.
Yeah.
Just checked it.
Maybe he was, well, I think there weren't 3 diamonds out there. He was a little worried about that, just happy enough to check it. 9-10, King 8. Couple of attractive hands, I think, at this point.
Well, as we've seen for this heads-up battle, every hand's been attractive.
Yeah, yeah.
We've had all kinds of hands they've played.
Yeah. Bob flops top pair. Nick again, not much. He's going to bet 10.
Nick bet out,
Mm-hmm.
and Bob calls.
Maybe Nick's planning a little something here. I think he is.
Yeah, Bob checks behind, and Nick fires 20,000 at it now. Bob calls. Building a little pot here. 72,000 in the pot.
At some point, your patience wears thin, right?
Corey threw that card away.
Yeah,
It's
right.
a jack. So, Bob checks again.
And Nick's gonna follow through here.
Oh, he bets
That's gonna
60,000.
be tough for Bob to call now,
Oh.
especially with a jack and a queen out there too.
Fired the third bullet.
Yeah, which is hard to do, especially
Absolutely.
with nothing.
Yeah. And yeah, this guy's king high, but king high might be good. It's not, but
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of times it is. A lot of the hands we've seen, the high card's been the winner.
Yeah, and I think Nick's got to put Bob on that 10 along the way because he was calling, and there really was no draw out there, unless he had a couple of overs. And if he had the overs, he hit something. He hit one of them. So.
Right.
Bob, what are you thinking? You just can't. That would have been a good call, though.
Oh, he lays it down.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Wow. What a pot to give up.
Would have been a big hero call, though.
Yeah, it would have been. Nice bluff from Nick.
Yeah. Bob won't like to see this this video on that hand. Unless he ends up winning, I don't know the result how it ends yet.
One of the things with these is it been most of the time with these videos, the play seems to be fairly straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been one of the biggest bluffs we've caught on video.
Yeah. Nick's got 10s now.
Pair of tens yet for Nick. Bob with an overcard.
Ooh, hits his ace. Check, check. Jack. Is Nick still feeling frisky? No.
And Bob's got to try and build up his stack a little bit more again after
Yeah.
taking that bite on the bluff. Here we
Yeah.
are, hand 96. We're going to get close to 100 here.
Bob's got a hand. Nick's suited there. Yeah. 8,000 min raise. Nick's gonna come along for that.
Gets his change.
Hoping to hit something on the
Corey
flop
getting
there.
the pot together.
The longest heads-up battle we've had in a while.
Another 60-40 shot here. King 7-4. Nick hits middle
Ooh.
pair.
And he likes it.
Bob's got a backdoor Broadway draw and one overcard. He's actually got two overcards to the pair that Nick's got. He just doesn't know it. Nick bets out 8,000. Bob makes the call.
Just enough to keep Bob in.
Yep, to the turn we go. 10 of spades. That's one of Bob's outs for a straight.
12,000 and he gets away from it.
Yeah, Bob's not going to draw to it. And
97. We're getting close.
50 hands heads up.
8-2. I think I was taken out of a tournament a couple ago against an 8-2. I know
Against
I was.
an 8-2 took you
Yeah,
out?
yeah, I think I was all in and it wasn't much, and it was a call with any 2 cards. Oh, I thought that was an 8. It was a call with any 2 card situation.
Nick hits a pair of 6s. Bob hits a pair of deuces. Bob bets out. Nick makes the call.
Yeah, they both kind of think those are good.
King of clubs doesn't help anybody. Bob gives up. He checks. And a crying call of Nick's 6,000 chip bet.
It doesn't help anybody.
9 of clubs is a blank. They check it down. Bob gets the bad news. Nick wins 40,000.
Yeah, nice little 40,000. Doesn't hurt.
Here we are, hand 100.
Wow. 8-5, ace 7.
Blinds are up now 3-6-6.
Bob's gonna just call it. Oh.
Yeah, this is crazy how long this has gone heads up. I mean, we haven't seen a monster versus monster, which is probably why it's gone so long.
Right. Well, that's all it takes is some big hand against another big hand,
Right.
and we might be done.
And in 50 odd hands, we haven't seen that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's uncanny. It's 4 spades.
4 spades.
Nobody's got a spade. Yeah.
Is Bob going to take a shot at it here? Nick checked it down. He's only got a pair of 8s.
That's all it takes is a
Yep.
bet.
Bob bets out and Nick folds it. So now Bob got a bluff through, but not nearly the size.
That's
of
interesting. That's
Nick's
always
bluff.
that's very tenuous to bet out against 4 spades there when you don't have any. All it takes is a 2 of spades and you're done.
Well, sure, but Nick checked it, so you had to be. It was a fairly safe position bet. Ace King versus King 6. Well, if a king comes off, this could be a big hand.
Yeah. It's a spade. Yeah.
No king. 10-4-7 rainbow.
Check.
Deuce of clubs didn't help anybody either.
I gotta mention Bob's gonna take a stab at this now.
Bob trying to build it back up again.
And we continue on. 103. Pocket. Oh, here we go.
Fours
and
versus
fives.
fives. This could do it. This could be the hand we've been waiting for.
Raises a 16. Nick does. I think Bob's gonna. I don't know. Does he just call?
No, Bob shoves.
Oh, he shoves. Yeah. And Nick calls.
Nick makes the call. Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, Bob is in
I
bad
said this could
shape.
be the hand we were looking for.
Who's the chip leader? Do you know at this moment?
Nick is still in the lead. Yep.
Well, this could be the one.
Bob in really bad shape. About 4-1 dog here. Deuce 8 rainbow. All blanks.
Well, I think on that hand, if it didn't get in pre-flop, it was going to get in on the flop with that flop.
7 of clubs is a blank as well. Bob's drawn
two
the
outs.
single 4. 4 and only a 4. 2 outer.
And he doesn't get it.
6. No 4 for Bob. That's going to do it. Bob is going to be our second place finisher. After almost 60 hands of heads-up action,
What a battle.
we finally get a winner. Bob goes out in second place. As they verify who's got the bigger stack.
Yeah, Nick's got a lot of blue chips there.
Exactly. So there's our.
And that's
there's
it.
our
$525
handshake.
for his efforts.
$525 for Bob. Our champion today, Nick Lewandowski. First place, $855.
Nice.
Well
Congratulations.
done. Here is a recap of our final 10 final standings. Away from Nick to Ken. Congratulations.
See, there's the last, all 5 or 6 of the last knockouts were by Nick.
For Brian Stoltz, I'm Terry Prince. Have a good evening.
Until next time.